mechanical man and growing the seed today. And we talked about this before. One of the things we'd like to do, it's a slightly more advanced form of the mechanical man, as opposed to the A and B, like we talked about before, is that the back goes down and back and the knees slide forward. And sometimes people have to take that to more extreme. It looks like, oh, I'm doing more and more of a deeper stance, and they need to do a deeper stance. It's not a more advanced stance. You can let your knees slide forward even just a 1/16 of an inch, and your back go down and back. So it looks like you're sitting back and down. But if you sit back and down, you'll lose your balance. The weight will go beyond your heels and you'll fall down. So to keep the weight going down into your heel, down into your foot, you slide the knee forward proportional to the amount that you go back and down. Now, if you can't let the lower back go, letting yourself go back and down and your knee go forward will basically mechanically get the lower back to kind of stretch out, get longer. But that's mechanical. We're looking for a feeling, a certain feeling. Again, that top light, bottom heavy, or the weight in the center of the quad, those are two of the things that we're really looking for is calibration points. Letting the back go back as if you were going to fall backwards. And then also down, like sitting down. So back and down. And the knees slide forward to keep you erect, to keep you vertical. That is the mechanical side of it. The idea is not to notice the mechanical side, but to notice the feeling. What is the feeling? And we can tell you, oh, the feeling is a fascial stretch, or the feeling is of the weight being in your legs. And you can, again, imagine it. So it's almost better not to tell somebody what the feeling is. Let them do the exercise and ask them, what are you feeling? So many times people want to say, well, I feel my knee doing this, and I feel my hip doing that, and they get very mechanicalistic. They gather the data. And you can hear the difference from somebody talking. The mechanical man will give you lots of data. How things are. Well, when the hip feels like it's rolling out, and the back feels like it's going back and down, and the knees feel like they're sliding forward. Oh, I feel the burning in my thigh. Oh, the top is so light, the bottom is so... The second, when I'm saying those, oh, the bottom is so heavy and the top is so light, or the burning in the quads, there's some feeling there, some emotion, some human spontaneity of life, as opposed to, well, I feel the hips go back and down, and I feel the back opening as the knees slide forward. And so we get that mechanical response, that data response, as opposed to the emotional, physical connection of life in the way we respond to that. And that's where our awareness shows up. We can start to connect with what's going on with ourselves and what's going on around us. And so we start this simple practice. And yet it's a very deep practice because you're developing your awareness to what's going on. What you're feeling, getting that, what they say, gut feeling of what's going on. You get that kind of feeling of connecting and how it feels to be responsive and connected and alive, as opposed to very methodical. That's the medicine. The medicine of being methodical is a very addictive drug, and it keeps you from feeling alive. It keeps you locked in a method. It keeps you following the method and following the method as your master, as opposed to discovering how you feel and how you connect with this. Now, saying that, validation is huge, because you can go off and say, well, I'm connecting with my way, and I'm connecting with my feeling, and you got to learn to eat a little better and get validated. Go see somebody who has more experience, a school brother that's been around longer, who's a little bit more advanced than you. or even go, play with other styles, internal styles or whatever, and see what they say, and then be willing to eat bitter and look at yourself and how you connect with these things and how you feel. It's not the information, the data, but you do need to validate. The validation is where you get some, okay, this is the direction. After you get a certain amount of validation of what the path is, you can start to set benchmarks. I think in quality control, they call them benchmarks. You set a number of benchmarks out. Now you can kind of get a feel for the direction that you're heading. So validations are like benchmarks in a quality process of the direction you're heading towards. And that will help you continue growing and continue feeling. You're like, okay, the data, whoops, I'm outside of the benchmarks. Well, I'm within the benchmarks. What do I feel? What do I notice? How can I become more alive? And so sitting back and down while sliding the knees forward, again, is another way of just talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It really helps with the inguinal crease, letting that femur head roll out as you let the sacrum drop down. It's just another way. Sitting back and down as you slide the knees forward is just a method. And the methodical aspect of it becomes the drug. You need to get validation. You need to feel. You need to discover that feel and discover what is right on the edge of your awareness so you can keep growing that awareness and understanding and then going back and validating.